Hello, my name is Gina Fox and I am so happy to have you here today in my kitchen. We're going to be doing some fabulous dishes for you that have been inspired by my family's Sunday night ritual. We watch The Walking Dead every Sunday night and we take turns with each family member preparing a meal prior to The Walking Dead viewing. I know it might seem a little odd to watch such a gross show and eat such delicious food, but it works for my family. So I will be making for you tonight Prince Edward mussels with a marinade sauce with chorizo sausage. I'll be making a fresh basil pesto sauce to go on grilled chicken and whipped Yukon Gold mashed potatoes and sauteed spinach, garlic, and olive oil. Our first dish is going to be the mussels marinade with chorizo sausage. I have trimmed the beards on these and washed them to get the sand off of them so they're ready to go. And ahead of time I made a simple marinade sauce, pomodoro sauce. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to pour about half a cup into a pan. Not really half a cup, more like a quarter of a cup. Pour it into the pan. We're going to heat that oil up. And while that is heating, I am going to mince my garlic. Okay, so now I'm going to take my minced fresh garlic and I'm going to put it right into my oil that's been heating. Absolutely love that sound and love this smell. And next I'm going to take my sausage and I'm going to put that in and brown it as well. I just slide that into the garlic as well. Just going to move it around the pan. I'm going to take my mussels that have been all been washed and the beards trimmed, and we're going to put them right into the pan. So probably about a good cup and a half of white wine, and I'm going to cut up some fresh parsley. I love fresh parsley. I'm just going to take a handful of the fresh parsley, put it in there. 1 lemon. Continue to let that steam. Now I'm going to add in my last ingredient, which is the marinade sauce. Just going to be generous with it, and it's going to thin out because there's already the lemon and the white wine liquid in the pan. But you want this sauce to be a thin sauce. Okay, so our beautiful mussel dish is just about ready. I'm going to turn the heat off. I like to serve it right from the pan to the bowl, right to the table. I don't like to have any delay. So we're going to plate this dish. I just use a big pasta dish. Everything goes in from the pan. And then I take my remaining fresh chopped parsley as garnish. It's just a beautiful dish. This is our first course. I like to serve this with a warm French baguette or Italian semolina bread because you can see all that beautiful liquid in the bottom of the bowl. That is just delicious to sop up with bread. And that's my Prince Edward chorizo marinade mussels. Okay, so what I've done is I went to my favorite farmer's market in Colts Neck called Delicious Orchards, and we have picked up Yukon Gold potatoes. In my opinion, these are the only potatoes to use for whipped potatoes, which we're going to make. I have peeled them, and I have water boiling. It's not quite at a boil yet, but when it does boil, we are going to quarter these potatoes, put them in the water for about 15 minutes to boil, and then we will whip them, and I will show you how I season them while I whip them. The water is salted just slightly with kosher salt. And I'm just going to go ahead and put these in the water. And these are going to cook for about 15 minutes. I'm going to return the lid. So I'm going to just go ahead and let the pan heat up. And while that's happening, I'm going to salt and pepper my chicken. and I'm going to go ahead and start searing this chicken. Pan's got to be nice and hot. Often the chicken will stick, and that's because the pan is not hot enough, or that the chicken is too wet, or both. We're going to go ahead and sear that. Probably about 3 minutes on each side. Okay, so I have seared both sides of my chicken, and I'm now going to put it aside in a Corningware pan. And I'm going to put this aside, and then I'm going to start my pesto sauce. So my pesto sauce is going to include fresh basil, which is a must. Fresh basil, not dried basil. Parmesan Reggiano cheese. You can use pinoli nut, but I like to use walnut. I feel like the walnut is a little more butter flavor. Fresh lemon, sea salt, black pepper, and garlic. Lots and lots of garlic. And then this is going to go into the convection oven. Okay, so our potatoes are done. We're going to just drain them off. So what we're going to do now is we're going to saute our spinach. Okay, so here we have our finished dishes. Our Yukon Gold whipped mashed potatoes, our grilled organic chicken with summer pesto sauce, our sauteed organic spinach with garlic and oil, and our chorizo marinade Prince Edward mussels. I hope you enjoyed what I showed you today. Thank you for coming to my home, and bon appetit.